We're stumped.
Okay, just finished New Nightmare. Wes Craven's New Nightmare. The last film.
Not too new.
No, it came out in 1994. And definitely a step up from Freddy's Dead.
Jesus.
But not much in my opinion.
It's bad in a different. If it has any flaws, it's like it's in a different way.
It's not unwatchable.
Nothing happens.
I think the problem with this movie is mainly that we've watched all the other ones today. Right. If you were a Nightmare on Elm Street fan and this movie came out and you hadn't just watched all the sequels, you would probably enjoy a lot of the things that it has. And the characters and the kind of throwbacks to the original. Watching all the shit today, it's like an unoriginal piece of remake.
It forces you to make you instantly see all the flaws in it. Yeah.
It's a bit ridiculous, but I didn't think it was I didn't think it was very original.
Yeah.
It seems like it takes like almost an hour and a half
to
get the movie going.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're thinking this is about Freddy Krueger, and Freddy Krueger's hardly in it, and you're dealing with this actress and her son, and there's earthquakes, and they're supposed to be
like even in Freddy's Dead, like as bad as it was, and I'm not condoning this, but at least you did see him on a damn broomstick immediately, that you know that it is going to be a nightmare movie.
Yeah, the beginning of this just had like the electronic glove kill the people, and that was kind of cool, but I don't know. It was long. It was longer than the other ones.
The makeup was pretty cool.
Freddy looks really awesome. I like the way he looks.
I thought he looked a little bit too synthetic. He didn't look. I mean, he looked cool, but he wasn't like. Well, he didn't look realistic. He like the second or third one or the first one. Even.
Yeah. Well, having watched them, like it seems like, especially in the first three, it's like they did the makeup in many different ways throughout the whole series. But it's like at some point, maybe I don't know if it was in 3 or 4. They stopped like making it sheen, like putting the the glove, like
very
the gel,
rubbery.
like I don't know, whatever it was, they were kind of making it shine and everything. It's like you could tell that it was rubber or just.
Well, it's like we talked about. You know it's Robert Englund. It's not Freddy.
Right. You can see
his
him
face more.
Right.
Which I'm not saying the new one that's coming out is good for being
like
very distorted. The first 3 are
maybe too realistic, maybe. Yeah.
Exactly. It's like
that's
round.
Stupid. I mean, think about this. I want anybody who is going to try to argue with me about this that you have a burn victim, and so we have to make him look like a burn victim. He comes with people's fucking nightmares. Why does it have to be real? Why does everything have to be realistic? That's stupid. It doesn't look scary at all. No. He looks like a woman who got her face bit off by a chimpanzee.
Well, it's true. I will say myself, when I saw the trailer, I thought, well, okay, I can tell they're going for more realistic approach.
His voice sounds
But then you were the first one to say that, hey, he's in a dream. What does it matter? Like, I remember that.
He can control everything around it, but he can't control the fact that he doesn't have lips.
That's because Michael Bay can't use his imagination.
None of those people can use it. It's all about realism, except for the main story, which is he kills you in your nightmares. It's in the title of the film.
I do think the best things, I think the things that kept, it would have been more boring if they didn't have some of those things. Number one, like we've been saying, Saxon being in it was a little bit of a help. It was kind of
she being in it was a huge help for me.
So I'm just saying,
the biggest Heather Langenkamp fan right here. I could watch a movie every day just because she's in it, because it's just. I didn't even really, until you pointed that out, I never really looked and paid attention to how many people were at that funeral scene. There's a lot of cameos in there.
But isn't it weird? It's like he's playing the character in real life, or is it a dream?
It was both. He was playing both.
Dustin understands it.
That's the magic of the movie.
It's got movie magic.
Imagineering.
I'd rather watch Druids.
I'd rather watch Druids than watch that.
All right,
y'all get out with y'all's Druids.
What would y'all say, having watched them all, starting with you, Dan? What is your order? Yeah.
1, 3, 2, 4, 5, 7, and 6.
I think that's fair for me too.
No, I agree. I think mine's the exact same.
They're almost fairly in chronological. 2 isn't as good as 3.
I'd say 1, 3, 2.
I like it, but it's not as good as 3.
Yeah,
no,
I agree.
It's not.
3 is an awesome
movie.
movie.
1, 3, 2. Did You say 1,
Yeah,
3,
1,
4?
3, 1, 3, 2,
I like
4,
two.
5, 7,
Yeah,
6.
yeah.
The reason I like
Exactly.
2 is because it's just really weird, you know.
Oh, I like it too.
It's unique.
And that's kind of why I like 2, but it's not as good.
2 is better taken by itself. If you
kinda-
watch it outside of this marathon, I always liked it.
The way I like 2 is kind of how I like Halloween 3. It's kind of like
It's different.
It's different. You
Yeah, I
have to
agree.
look at it that way. I mean, especially
If
after going
you
1
take
and 3.
things so serious that you actually get mad that like some of the canon is broken or Freddy's out of the party,
You're too-
you need to
too
get
much
a
of a
life
gamble.
then because it doesn't matter.
You need to watch Charles Band.
You can go watch Charles
It's interesting.
Band movies and learn to get an imagination.
Well, for me, like since it's my first one, it's interesting since having done this one, this forces you to really
Yeah, you
be
see it
honest
different.
with yourself and like you see it differently. You kind of are forced to what's really good and what they just tried and just failed at.
Did you just see that warning about the imaginations of a 5-year-old boy? That was a nice little touch.
It's Wes Craven for you.
Yeah.
He's a very smart man. He is actually, I believe, he was a college professor before he started this. And he always tries to get all like talking smart and stuff in his interviews and stuff. And he is smart, but I don't know. But you make horror movies. Calm down.
I will say that, like for me, like I said before, like watching these has made me want to do. I don't know when we do it, but made me want to do this for the Friday movies.
Yeah.
Friday movies.
That's 10.
I know that'd be a lot.
If we do 8, I can do it. If we do the Paramount
Freddy
movies,
took over. Yeah.
I could do it. I cannot do
But
Freddy's
we gotta do
Dead.
Freddy vs. Jason. Jason.
No, we
vs.
don't.
Bell.
No, we don't.
Jason in space.
Jason 10.
No, we don't have to do that at all.
Let's do final thoughts.
Okay, you guys go ahead and start. Dustin.
Well, for me, to be honest, I just had fun doing this. I think it was kind of like I said before. I had, like, say with New Nightmare, it had been a long time since I'd watched 5 and Freddy's Dead. And I remember before we watched Freddy's Dead, I was telling you that, like, oh, it's bad, but it's at least funny. No, it's terrible. Like, I couldn't even stay focused. It was so bad. Like, if you watch all of them, out of all the movies, Freddy's Dead is by far, like, what happened.
I think I saw somewhere that this guy bought the box set and he threw that away. He took it out of the box and threw it away.
If it's one of those movies, I'd be mad if I went to the big
Yeah.
paid for.
Oh, I would be very pissed off.
Deception.
It's comparable to the Star
With the
Wars
name.
prequels.
I would tell.
It is a letdown to the fans that was so easy to make them happy.
Yeah,
It's not hard.
You had no excuse, especially after watching 5 where they messed up. It's like, come on.
Yeah.
The song pumps you up so much, and then it's just like
Straight down.
Well, I mean, this film series is definitely iconic, and Freddy Krueger's still a part of, culture and film. I mean, you see his picture, even people that've never seen the films, they know who
People
he
in
is.
other countries know him.
People in other countries. So, I mean, it's an iconic film series, and there are a couple of really good films.
I know that having me here, I know that y'all tend to look at me as the optimist, and I don't know. Watching this and watching Dead and watching 5 really, I know it's not going to be true, but it really made me want this new one to be halfway decent, at least be better than Dead and all the others. Not saying
Let me tell you exactly. No, let me tell you exactly why I can't. No, listen.
I know.
Listen. How can something be better
Not better.
than something that was original? How can something that someone ripped off of someone else and stole remade be better than something that was an original concept? Freddy's Dead will always be better than a remake because at least someone took time to come up with it.
Right.
The remake
You're right.
is
You're
nothing.
You're right in that way.